Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Today's Baba's Murli. Baba Dada is telling, sweet children, Baba has come into a happy gathering of you children. You are now celebrating a happy gathering with the nectar of knowledge, because now what happens wherever we Brahmin children will gather, we will talk about knowledge only, Baba only. So that becomes a happy gathering with the nectar of knowledge. Your journey has now come to an end and you have to return home. Now question is, what is the way to make remembrance easy while facing many different type of storms? The answer is while earning an income for the livelihood of your bodies. Try to focus your intellect on Shiv Baba for even 5 to 10 minutes and continue to forget your bodies. Remember, I am a bodiless soul and I have entered this body to play a part. I now have to become bodiless and return home. Each of you should talk to yourself in this way, that this is now end and now we are returning back. We are soul. Let, let your intellect keep the company of the one true Father. Protect yourself from the company of others, and remembrance will then become busy. When we are in the company of many, we are unable to remember Father. So, being in our daily work, we should try to keep ourselves more and more in the company of Supreme Father. Take 5-10 minutes time from the daily stuff. Song is You Have Entered My Heart. Om Shanti. You children heard the song, and your heart would also have understood the meaning of it. Nevertheless, the Father explains it to you because he has now come into this happy gathering. This gathering is of you children and also of the whole world. God says, I come into the gathering of devotees. Therefore, all are devotees. Among them too, I especially come to gathering of those devotees who have come to claim their inheritance from me, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. So he has come down, incarnated into our gathering, but special we are, and general is all. I am present in the gathering of souls whose intellect have remembrance of Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. At a gathering or party, you are given food and drink. Father says, I am giving you, children, a party of nectar of knowledge. Those who have come to belong to the Father understand that He has come into gathering of ours, and that He will then take everyone back home number-wise. This is a gathering of you children in particular, and everyone else in general. The children would be where the Father is. The Father says, I am bodiless. And when you two were bodiless, you were with me. He reminds you that that was 5,000 years ago. It is said long, long ago. There cannot be journey longer than 5,000 years. The children who are the people of Bharat have forgotten when God Shiv came, and yet they continue to celebrate his birthday. They say he definitely came long, long ago. However, they don't know when he came. Some say it was hundreds of thousands of years ago, and others say something else. No one knows this accurately. But about Gandhi Jayanti, everyone knows. When they celebrate Gandhi, they would immediately tell you how many years it has been. No one can tell you anything about Shiv. But you children know that it has been a long time since he came. Those people don't know anything. They say he is beyond birth and death and name and form. Oh, if he is beyond name and form, whose birthday are you celebrating? Therefore, he cannot be beyond name and form. He definitely came in Bharat because this is why you celebrate his birthday. So how can you say that he is beyond name and form? You remember him, but when did he come? No one knows in which form God comes. You should question them clearly and then explain to them. God is incorporeal. He don't have corporeal body. You worship him and say, O Supreme Soul, God. No one would call him a deity. The deities are Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. So you also have to explain those pictures. When you go to Shiv temple, you should ask them, when did he come and how did he come? Everyone comes from the incorporeal world. The Paramdham is incorporeal world. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is called purifier. And so, what did he do? How did he make impure ones pure? He must surely have come in a corporeal form and explained through a mouth. He must have given some teachings. No one could speak them just like that. He would surely enter somebody's body. It is remembered that human world was created through the mouth of Brahma. It is not written the Brahmin world. If human beings are created through the lotus lips of Brahma, then surely the children of Brahma are Brahmins. Prajapita Brahma would definitely have created Brahmins. If he were only to create males, how would there be growth? If there were only females, how would there be growth? This is why they are both Brahma Kumar and Kumaris. How else would there be a Brahmin community? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is definitely creator, and the human world is created through Brahma. He creates through Brahma. So he must surely have to enter the body of Brahma. Only those who understand these things very clearly and imbibe them will be able to explain them to others. If we understand this, we can explain this to others. Otherwise, when they question, we'll become clueless. It is to those who are full Rajyogis and who remember the Father and the kingdom of Baba, says, children, become spinner of the discus of self-realization. Not everyone remembers him completely. They come to Baba and say that knowledge is easy. They have also understood the cycle. They have understood the significance of 84 births too. You definitely have to take 84 births. So those who are the number one souls will take 84 births. All of this is fine. However, it is difficult to stay in remembrance. Many type of storm come in you. How can you remember them? What is the way to do that? At what time would you be able to remember him very well? Baba has explained. Remember me while walking and moving around. You are now sitting here, and I am asking you, are you remembering your wife? As soon as your wife was mentioned to you, your intellect immediately went there. There was the work of intellect. In the same way, you may do anything you want for the livelihood of your bodies, but try to connect your intellect to Shiv Baba. Remember him for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in between the days, the hours. Yes, Maya will definitely create obstacles. Storms too will come very powerfully to shake you, but you still have to continue to make your effort to forget your body and to stay in remembrance of the Father are the same thing. You have to consider yourself to be a bodiless soul. I was originally bodiless. I took this body to play my part, and I now become bodiless and will then return home. Just keep the Father and His home in your intellect. The Father's home is the place where you have to go. Then you also have it in your intellect that Father's property is the golden age. So together with having remembrance of the one Father, you also have to remember that your intellect go everywhere else on the path of knowledge as well as on the path of devotion. In a Kumari, unmarried, becomes engaged, they both remember one another. If a person sit down to worship also someone, any god, Maya create obstacle. Their intellect go to their business and etc. So when there was worship also, Maya used to create obstacle. People will be showing Deepa, Agarbatti, incense stick, everything and will be thinking of something else. That time also Maya was enemy. Maya is your enemy. When devotees sit down to remember the deities, then too their intellect go in other direction. Maya does not allow their intellect to focus. When you go to your office, your intellects are occupied with that work. When you have passed your examination, you then have to do that work. Your intellect become occupied with that. Maya causes problem for you in focusing your intellect on subtle things. Devotees do have visions with great difficulty. All devotees don't get the vision of God right because they have the obstacle of Maya, one thing, and another thing, they are not doing worship of one. They are divided. So these two things that does not make their devotion also successful. When they do intense devotion, Father is pleased. It was during the devotion time that Father used to get pleased and he will give them visions. There's no question of devotion. Now its devotion phase is off. You now have knowledge. In fact, you should do devotion of just the one when you are doing devotion. That time also there should be devotion of only one. If your devotion is unadulterated, it is possible for you to have visions. I have got many visions when I was worshipping Durga. Navratra I'll do continuously tapasya that I don't have to hurt anyone, I don't have to speak wrong, should be complete purity. That time I will get vision of Durga. I saw one time I was walking, uh, 9 small girls surrounded me with one small boy. Uh, they are called like Kuvari Kanyas. So it was like a very open area, and when they all touched my hand, and when I just moved ahead of them and turned back, they were all vanished, somewhere vanished, and there were many people out there, but I could not see them. They were all vanished. So, and one more time in train, I saw Goddess Durga. That is our own remembrance, right? So these visions are not given by these deities, Durga and Vinayaka. These are our remembrance. But when we are into remembrance of one deity also, that wish is fulfilled by Shiv only. Maya will bring storm. The whole world will become your enemy. But in spite of that, you must not forget the Father. To the extent that you remember the Father, so your sins will accordingly be absolved. There are many human beings who don't remember God at any time in the whole day. They keep very bad company. This is why it is remembered. Good company take you across, but bad company drowns you. Only the company of truth, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, will make you pure from impure. The whole world is now impure. They need the company of the purifier, therefore he surely has to come in a corporeal form. Only the one is the truth. You are sitting in the gathering of the truth. You know that you are souls, and you now have the company of Supreme Soul. The Father says, only by having my remembrance of me your sin will be absolved. If you have good company, you would listen to Murli. Your intellect yoga has to be connected to the Father. Where intellect yoga is connected to Father, He will take you across. That is, He'll make you pure. No one can go to Him without becoming pure. The Father Himself teaches you how to have yoga with Him. In order to teach you, He personally comes here Himself. Intellect yoga has to be broken away from everyone else, connected to the One. Only then will your sin will be absolved. There is no other way. The pure world is heaven. There is a limitless happiness there. It isn't that there is sorrow or the devil there. There is no name or trace of sorrow. And that is for 21 births. The Father come here to teach you. God speaks. I am teaching you Raj Yoga, easy Raj Yoga to make you into kings of kings. People have an image of Sri Krishna in their intellect. You have it in your intellect that it is Shiv Baba, the ocean of knowledge, who is teaching you. He is giving only you children knowledge. This means that you become spinner of discus of self-realization and knower of the three aspects of time. This is called Trikaldarshi, means to know all three aspects of time, what we were, what we are, and what we are becoming. It means to know the beginning, middle, and end of the world and the three worlds. You know the incorporeal world, subtle world, and corporeal world. You know them number wise. Too. According to the efforts you make, however, there is no difficulty in this. You have to earn your livelihood. It isn't said that Kumaris are have to beat their heads to earn their livelihood. A Kumari has to go and live with her husband. No, it is not told. God is not telling go and get married to those who are unmarried and live with your husband, and husband will earn for you. No, you can. Kumaris also have to stand on their own feet. There's a story of a Kumari who told her father she was living off her own fortune. So your Kumaris are also making your own effort to the extent that you study and follow Srimad. So you will rule a kingdom of 21 births. Their work is to study and go in their in-laws' home. Which is the in-laws' home? Satyug is the in-laws' home. You too are sent to heaven and the land of Vishnu. You will claim a high status according to how much you study. Those people just tell a story. It really refers to present time. The Father himself sits here and tell you the meaning of all of it. All of you are Kumaris, and those who are married now following the path of purity, they are half Kumaris. The half Kumaris are also making their lives worthwhile. The Father teaches you such actions that you will never have to become unhappy or widows. In Satyug, nobody have untimely death. However, only a few or rare ones make their fortunes elevated. Some are making their fortune and then as being the father, Shiv Baba is also the husband of all husbands. Sorry. Some are making their fortune and then are from being amazed. They run away and leave the father. They even divorce him. So we souls are Sajni and Shiv is Sajan. We are wife and he is husband. So they even divorce him because as well as being the father, Shiv Baba is also husband of all husbands. Some children leave such father. They cross out their fortune. A bride would become worth a shell by divorcing him. It is remembered that those who are amazed that divorced him run away from him, the father, from whom they were to receive the fortune of kingdom of 21 birth. Some come and belong to Father, some then become a grateful who leave him and also divorce him. All of this is known from their behavior. They continue to indulge in vice. They then come and sit here secretly and then write to Baba, Baba, I made a mistake, so please forgive me. However, you have accumulated 100-fold punishment, so how can that be cancelled? By your telling the truth, half may be forgiven. Baba says, therefore, never indulge in vice secretly. Don't come into familiarity either. Anger is also a big evil spirit. It causes sorrow for many. Once you have given the donation of the five vices to Father, if you take them back, your status is destroyed. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to spiritual children. From the spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. Namaste, Namaste. Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for dharna. In order to make your fortune elevated, make effort to have your sins absorbed. Pay full attention to this study. Protect yourself from bad company. Make yourself pure by keeping the company of the purifier Father. Blessing. Just as every one of the Father acts is remembered as divine activity, blessing, may you become a conqueror of Maya and embodiment of success. By spinning the discus of self-realization, make every act of yours a divine activity. Just as every one of the Father's acts is remembered as divine activity, the same way, let every act of yours be in the form of divine activity. Those who have become spinners of the discus of self-realization, like the Father, can never perform ordinary actions. The sign of spinner of discus of self-realization is that of being an embodiment of success. Whatever act such a soul performs will have success merged in it, because a spinner of discus of self-realization is a conqueror of Maya. He will have an embodiment of success, and those who have embodiment of success become multimillionaires at every steps. Slogan: create powerful thoughts of happiness, and you will constantly be happy in your body and mind. We have to always create powerful thought of happiness so that we can be happy. Our body will be healthy, mind will be happy. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.